daughter. Tone, gritty, breath system. Until it tried to let my daughter die because of and deeply emotional. I used to believe in the red tape that nearly killed my daughter. A glitch in the database. It was a Friday night. She was burning up. Over 100 was coming in these shallow, terrifying 104 degrees, and her breathing and gasps. I hit the intake desk like a hurricane. I was rushing 6-year-old Maya to the ER. I shoved her insurance card across the counter. The clerk didn't even look at Maya, she said, her voice completely flat. This policy, my hands shaking so hard I nearly dropped it. I felt the air leave my lungs. Billing? Look at her. She just typed. I'm sorry. She shows as inactive. I can't check her in until you call the provider and resolve the billing discrepancy. Turning blue. Just get a doctor. She didn't budge. She pointed to a sign on the glass. Hospital protocol, sir. No active insurance, no non-emergency entry without a $500 deposit. It's a mandatory fiscal gate policy. A gate? My daughter's eyes were rolling back in her head, and this woman was talking about a fiscal gate. I don't have $500 on me, I whispered. Please, just help her. Sir, if I bypass the system, the terminal locks. I literally cannot print the wristband. It's for the security of our revenue stream. I looked at Maya. Then I looked at the security guard leaning against the wall. I realized right then, they weren't seeing a dying child. They were seeing a debt. I didn't wait. I didn't plead. I just bore through those double doors. The guard screamed, "Code Silver," and tackled me, but I didn't stop. I crawled across the floor, dragging Maya with me, shouting for a doctor, until a surgeon in blood-stained scrubs ran out and saw us. 20 minutes later, Maya was on a nebulizer and an IV drip. 30 minutes after that, the hospital administrator arrived with 2 cops to have me removed for disorderly conduct. The clerk was there too, telling the officers. He bypassed the mandatory intake. He broke the protocol. The surgeon walked over, still wearing his... He looked at the clerk, then at the administrator. If he hadn't broken your protocol, he said, his voice like ice, we'd be calling the morgue right now, not the police. Get out of my sight. Maya is safe. But that hospital, they're learning the hard way that protocol is just a fancy word for cowardice.